Alright, people, finally recording the post-com for this battle versus Alto Maverick, aka King Slime here. They brought a bit of a theme team, bringing the Gen 1 and Gen 2 trios, and I just brought Tryhard OU, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But I just really wanted to put in some work with this SD Scale Shot Garchomp. So, we both got our crowns, nice. And let's see what we can do here. Yeah, didn't have time to get my computer going for this battle. I did have live commentary in the next battle though. So they lead off with their nice shiny Zapdos. I'm going to lead off with my Clef here and attempt to get up some nice rocks. Because, as you can see, a lot of their Pokemon are actually weak to Stealth Rocks, so these are going to be my biggest priority. So they go for a Hurricane, and right off the bat, that looks to be Specs, because you guys know Clefable is an absolute monster. It's not just going to be taking, you know, all that damage from a regular Hurricane. I get Zapdos is strong, but not that strong, so I'm like, okay, I have my rocks up. Do I have something I can switch in? I can go out into my own Zapdos, or I could sack off my Clef. And I think here I was considering it, just sacking it off, because I'm like, I got off the rocks. You know, I could just sack it off here. It's not like it's going to be much use the rest of the battle. And I can also go off of dodges, so that's what I'm kind of going for here. I'm like, it's only a 70% chance. I'm going to try to get a little bit of chip for my own Zapdos to then hit them with a discharge. So that's my plan. So they missed the first one, the second one technically, and now they missed their third. And I'm like, well, that's just Hurricane, but I mean, that is the Power Hurricane. So we get them pretty low. In exchange, though, I at least don't drop their special attack. And you guys already know it's like a coin flip whether or not you drop it, so. They go for another Hurricane, and this time they finally connect after taking all that chip. And because they've taken all that chip now, my own Zapdos can kind of come through here. And Zapdos also kind of meets the other members of the Bird Trio, as well as Suicune. So that's what I'm kind of going for. But I'm kind of thinking, well, I can outspeed them and go for a nice Stone Edge on this thing. And I'm thinking, you know what, that's not a half bad idea. So I bring out the Garchomp, going to go for Stone Edge here. And we of course outspeed them, hit him with a Stone Edge. Now, this is going to come into play later. I didn't realize it here because, well, I outsped. And Zapdos is base 100. Garchomp is like base 102 or something like that. So they must have been modest and not max speed. Because I later found out that my Garchomp here is adamant and it's not even max speed. I still haven't fixed it. I'm going to have to fix that. It does come into play. I can't remember if it's in this battle or in a different battle, but it definitely does come into play at some point. So I obviously can't beat the Suicune. I'm fearing an Ice Beam, so I don't really want to go in Zapdos. At this point, they could go for Scald or Ice Beam. I could see either one being a safe play. To me, I think I would go Joan of Arc, but I might have wanted to keep it healthy. So I guess I went out into this. Really, I think I should have gone out into my H-Slash, not risking a Scald Burn, because they do go for Scald. So I think this was a missed play on my part. I don't really know why I cared about keeping it healthy. They have two fire types on their team, so Urshifu is going to be key for me. So I'm not sure why I just let it risk all that damage. I'm going to go for U-turn. I don't think that they're going to be scared out by this, but I'm just trying to get some more chip on it, and then maybe go on to my Aegislash. Because right now, I just really don't want Zapdos to come in on an Ice Beam, so I wanted it to come in safely. So they go for an Air Slash this time, and we're going to completely eat that up. And they do not have any switch-ins to discharge apart from their Raikou. But if it does come in, it does take discharge on top of rocks, so get some more chip. So just waiting for him to make a move. I could have gone for Heat Wave, which I don't know how much more that would have done, honestly. But I didn't want to risk going Heat Wave versus Suicune with Ice Beam potential. So they go Raiden here. And they're going to take some nice rocks chip. And with a discharge, and because they are an electric type, there is no chance for paralysis, but we get to find out what item they are. And they're not leftovers, so that's good. So every bit of chip is permanent. So here I'm like, okay, well, what are they going to go for? They could go for Scald, they could go for... I was honestly anticipating them to go for Scald, anticipating the Garchomp switch. I'm not going to get something burnt, so I'm going to go SwSh here, since I didn't take any chip on it before. So maybe it's good I went out into Urshifu, was just a risk. We eat that up a little bit, and they reveal themselves to be Life Orb. So I'm going to go for the freest Shadow Ball of my life. Either this Raikou is going to die, or something else is going to take a lot of chip. So they decide to sack off their Raikou. They go for an Scald. Gets me to below half, but that's a half-dead Raikou, and that is easily going to be taken out. The last remaining threat to my Zapdos, so I will definitely take that sacrifice, or that trade. Even though it's not really a trade, it just puts my SwSh in not a good position because it's Life Orb as well. And I'm definitely going to be slower than the rest of their team. But apart from that, at this point, if I can get the Suicune chip down, I mean, Garchomp will pretty much just win from there, as long as I can get set up. So they go back out into their own Suicune, and they take even more chip. And at this point, I think I just decided to sack it off in case I'm faster. And they are faster because I think I'm max HP on this thing. So, if they take me out, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm sure Suicune probably would have been faster regardless. This thing is just so dang bulky. Alright, either way though, here we can easily send in Radio Static. They've got no switch-ins left. I've gotten rid of both of their electric types. So it is time for Zapdos to start putting in some work. So they can either stay in and take a whole lot of damage, or they can switch out and take more rocks later and bring in either any Pokemon to get paralyzed or take damage. Because this is a Suicune, it is still going to survive. And we are going to get hit by an Ice Beam, but Zapdos can take the hits too. So we're still good. Even though it can't take them quite as well as Suicune, Suicune doesn't have as much power as Zapdos, and this is Stab, and Ice Beam is not Stab, so we'll take that thing out. No problemo. So now that the Suicune is gone, it's looking much better for Garchomp versus those last two birds and the Entei. They got in Fire Lord Sozin over here, and it's going to take some nice rock chip, and judging by the fact that it is not boots, we can infer that it's likely, likely banded. So they go for the Sacred Fire. They're going to outspeed me because I'm not max speed, and they likely are. I'm pretty sure Entei is also base 100, that mythical magical base 100. And at this point, that's when I am going to go out into my Dragon Dance Garchomp here. And I think I'm going to go for SD, or maybe I go for Scale Shot just to ensure out. No, we're going to go for SD, right? Of course, at this point, I still have not realized that my Garchomp is not max HP. I mean, max speed. So we go for the SD here. I know that they're going to switch out because they just showed me they were banded. I mean, it wasn't confirmed, but it was implied. So they're going to switch out. I'm going to go out into Moltres. And I will set up an SD real quick. I'm not sure about how much speed I would have needed to outspeed a max speed Moltres, considering its base speed is like 90 or 95. But we are going to go for the Scale Shot right now. Or did we go for Stone Edge? Might have went for Scale Shot because it's more accurate. Yeah, we go for Scale Shot. Get a crit. And we actually get all 3 hits. That's crazy, man. Absolutely insanio. So, finally redeemed ourselves from the Joy Fontaine battle, where we only got 2, and we raised our speed. Now, at this point, this does put us in a bit of a predicament for the Entei, because we have dropped our defense stat, and we already know it's getting banned at extreme speed, but I haven't really taken any other damage apart from that, so I'm kind of hoping that I can take the hit here. And that's really the only other thing they can go for. Alright, so they go back out into Fire Lord Sozin. Gonna take even more rocks chipped there, but I'm sorry. As yeah, we are at full HP. I'm just gonna go for EQ, hope that I can live a band at extreme speed. It does a heck of a lot at -1, and they get a crit on top of that. But it is not going to be enough since it is not stab, so the crit basically made it stab. So we take out the Entei, and at this point, I'm not even sure if Scarf Articuno can outspeed me because I'm not max speed, but I am +1, so it's kind of ambiguous at this point. So I did get a little bit of luck. I did hit Hurricane, or I did get 2 Hurricane misses and none of their Scalds burnt. And I hit all my moves. I hit my Stone Edges and my Scale Shots, but I think I played this about as well as I could have. So it's going to be GG's to Alto Maverick, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Alright people, here we are going on up against Chris for a Sword and Shield battle. I feel bad. I brought an OU team. They brought what looks like an RU team. Sorry, I just texted them if they wanted RU. I'm like, dang, because I just brought OU. Either way, let's see what we can do here. I'm thinking lead off with the Victini. Just U-turn out on something, or Flare Blitz something or something. I feel bad. I'm bringing these try-hard teams, but that's just what I had to prepare something real fast. Alright. So right off the bat, I'm about to blow this thing out of the water. I don't even care. Almost destroyed. We should live any attack. Literally anything. All it stabs, we resist. Go for the Trick Room. Oh, my friend. Buddy. Trick Room versus V-Create Victini. Oof. Not a good plan. Even though they do have a Kingdra to switch in no matter what, so. They go for the Psyshock. I am minus defenses, so it's gonna do a little bit more. We're still good though. They're gonna send out the Kingdra, and we're probably just gonna switch out, but it's all good. Alright, they bring out this thing. They're probably still faster even after I'm -2 because of the Choice Scarf. So I will switch out here. I don't know who I go out into though. I'm gonna just keep going for it. I think it'd be funny if I was slower, therefore faster. Nope. Alright, so we sack off the Victini here. That's perfectly fine. Alright. So now, how do I beat this thing? It is ground type. Hey, I wonder if Protective Pads protects me from their ability. That'd be pretty cool to find out, don't you think? I think so. Oh, I forgot about the Trick Room. My bad. Forgot about the possibility of Will-O-Wisp. It's doing absolutely nothing. Because unfortunately, crits cannot override burns. My Urshifu's always getting burned. But Wandering Spirit didn't activate. That's pretty cool. So it does work. Alright, so they go for the Poltergeist. Probably going to kill me here, but that's okay. Oh no, we're in Urshifu. It's got pretty good defenses. So we're just going to keep going for it. Whittle it down. Right out the Trick Room. So this should be the last turn, I think. And then we can just hit him with another one. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I was visiting family. I met with my, technically he's not my nephew, but similar to a nephew. And he's very much into Pokemon, so I showed him my entire collection, and I helped him construct some teams to have some battles with. I've never seen someone with so much happiness and gleam in their eye. How did that miss? Are they Bright Powder? I've never seen Surging Strikes miss. It's 100% accurate. And it's not like anything that they've done has lowered my accuracy. Whatever. It's all good. How am I missing? Alright, no problem though. We just got into Joan of Arc and we Shadow Sneak. You know, I probably could have just gone out into this and Shadow Balled the darn thing, but I would have been slower. That's right. I'm not taking any chances. Bright Powder. I knew it had to be Bright Powder. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so we got rid of that darn thing. That would have sucked if I missed again. That would have really sucked, honestly. Imagine I miss, and then they kill my Aegislash. I just miss all my attacks. That would be justice. I feel really bad for Alto Maverick, man. I mean, he missed. He hit his first Specs Hurricane. I feel like it had to be Specs, but then he missed 2 in a row, and I whittled it down. And then he missed the last one on my Garchomp after I... Did I miss Stone Edge, or what happened? Something happened where he missed another one. I can't remember. They send out Rotom. We're slower than this thing, so we're going to want to get the heck out of here. I don't want to get burnt on this thing either. I should set up some rocks, right? I don't know what this thing could do. Trick. Could do all sorts of things. But yeah, he was having the time of his life, and we played some Legends Arceus. I had several battles in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I showed him the TCG. I thought that might nasty plot. Good play on their part. That's fine though. We can just come in and Stone Edge this thing. Hopefully, anyways. I'm gonna set up rocks in front of this thing because I don't care. It's not like I'm unaware, but they're just gonna overheat. I don't even think that kills. Never mind, it did. Because this is a defensive Clefable, huh? Well, you know what? It brings me joy to see even my own Clefable get wrecked by that. I'll be honest with you. Alright, let's see. I'm honestly not too concerned as long as I hit this. And if I don't... I'm sorry, how are they faster? Garchomp, what are you doing? What's Rotom's speed? I need to take a look at this. Hang on. I know Rotom is not faster than this thing. Rotom. The regular one is. Okay. Garchomp, what are your EVs? I'm adamant, that's why. What are these EVs? No wonder I've been losing all these battles. This Garchomp is adamant. That's unfortunate on my part. No wonder this Garchomp's been failing me. I need to reset the darn EVs. I should have looked into that. Every time I need a Pokemon to have the right EVs. Alright, they're going for over here. Once we get rid of this darn Rotom, I don't think it'll be as much of a problem. Then again, they do have Kingdra. This is quite unfortunate. Almost got rid of this darn thing. You know what? They can't touch me. Hey. My cat's acting crazy. I'm gonna just set up an SD and start scale shotting. That's my way to win. Because they're gonna keep doing less and less. Oh, it's still a lot. I had to shake my keys and my cat to let him go away. Alright, now we'll go for a nice scale shot here. They decide to go for a nasty plot. Well, that's just not going to do, my friend. That's simply not going to do. Now you've fallen into my trap. Now I finally outspeed everything. I really don't know what I was thinking with these EVs. I must have just not seen it. I must have just thought, oh, well, it's adamant, so... This must have been like a tank chomp that I had or something to like withstand certain things, and then I changed I was like, oh, I'll just make this my Dragon Dance Garchomp. I don't know what I was thinking with this. Alright, well, hopefully this thing isn't Choice Scar. No, it's heavy duty boots because I have rocks. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Nice. That Kingdra was the biggest thing I need to get rid of. I'll be honest with you. I should not be down bad in this battle. But I kind of let it get away from me here. This is what I get for talking, trying to be funny. I can just hear Joy Fontaine in the comments, man. Alright, so they send out this thing. How unfortunate for them. They appear to be heavy duty. I never put up rocks. That's right. Why am I losing my mind over here? I'm thinking about the last battle. I never got rocks up. That's why nothing's taking any damage. My overconfidence has always been my own downfall. How unfortunate for me. But they really should have switched out their Rotom versus this thing, but everything else was slower. Alright, just gonna have to go for a normal EQ here. Gonna upgrade my Mortar to level 7 in Clash of Clans in case anyone else wanted to know about my Clash of Clans process. Currently at level 9 Town Hall, Archer Queen's at level 20, upgrading. the king is still at 10. Oh, they went for quick attack, huh? That makes sense. This could be a tough one. I could still lose this to this Diggersby. I'm really... Diggersby, though? Diggersby, though? Diggersby, though? Diggersby, though. I wonder if anyone from the current... Brother, what are you doing? I have CC. You should have GQ'd. I'm sorry, my friend. You're going to go down. This thing used to get Sacred Sword, and they gave it CC. How crazy. Alright, folks. Well, that's going to be GG's. I need to build some more teams that aren't just fully serious. We got out of that one with our lives. GG's to Chris, aka Apple Roll, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.